Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki, set to leave office tomorrow, has been located in Lagos, countering widespread speculation that he had fled Nigeria to avoid potential legal scrutiny. Initially fueled by Governor-elect Senator Monday Obeblo, the rumor had suggested Obaseki left the country via a land border to evade the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Governor-elect Obeblo, scheduled to assume office today, Monday 12, alleged that Obaseki had disappeared from Edo State Government House and dismissed staff on Friday. In a statement issued through his media aide, Godspower in Nebe, Obeblo stated, as of Friday, November 8, the whereabouts of Obaseki are unknown. He has abandoned governance in the state and he is on the run. Obeblo's statement further claimed that Obaseki avoided using the airport, opting for a bus to leave discreetly. Let me start with you, Chizzy. Chizzy, what do you make? You know, those state allegations and counter allegations. Now, Obaseki has reviewed his location. He's in Lagos, countering the allegations of Monday Obeblo, the governor-elect. But then, what do you make of this story?
Well, if Obaseki has said he's in Lagos, he has not countered the allegation. Because he's not in Edo.
They said he's on the run.
He's not in Edo. Where should he be?
Does it mean he's on the run?
Yes,
he's
of course.
Not in Edo.
Yes. The reason is simple.
Right.
You see, he is governor of Edo till today. Isn't it? He is governor of Edo till today. And so he's supposed to be in Edo and hand over power before he leaves.
He said he was not invited to the inauguration.
Who will invite him?
All right, go ahead.
Who is the person that will invite the governor of a state?
When it is his.
It
should be his ceremony.
His ceremony. So if he has left office, if he's in Lagos, is he governor of Lagos? He is governor of Edo, so he shouldn't be in Edo today to hand over power to this person. So anything outside that, he ran.
All right. And very quickly, I don't know if you're aware, but the Accountant General of Edo State was arrested sometime, I think early last week or thereabouts. And that started fueling possible rumors of having Obaseki's administration put. Now, with this development, what do you make of this entire scenario in Edo State?
You know, I once spoke to AIT on issue of, I spoke with AIT on issue of Edo State governor and the governor-elect. You see, instead of people coming to rub minds to see how they can make the society better, you see them witch hunting each other. To me, Obeblo, whom I congratulated when he was elected, is like playing a politics of bitterness. Yes, if Obaseki did not do well, it is expected of you when you come to power to right the wrongs. If you think that there are questions for him to answer, you invite him to come and answer those questions. But you see that first and foremost, Obeblo began to speak like ordinary man. Oga, you are no longer ordinary man on the street. You are the executive governor coming to take oath of office. And without verification, you came out to to misinform the public that this man had jackpot out of the country. You see to that. And the person you are talking about is an executive governor. Because as at the time Obeblo spread this rumor, Obaseki was still executive governor. He was still holding power.
Was he in Edo State?
No, it doesn't matter where he is. Even if, because he wasn't in Edo State for 365 days, counting now, because sometime he will be in Abuja, sometime he will be carrying functions
on the day
of governance.
On the day of handover inauguration?
On the day of handover inauguration, he said, I remember, you remember that we discussed in this, either in this place or in radio, where he told Obeblo to inaugurate, to appoint his transition committee. Why him will appoint? And these two will come together and rub minds together, discuss on how to hand over government to the incoming leadership. But you see that Obeblo came in and refused to respect the committee formed by Obaseki, and Obaseki began to feel, the truth is this: we like shouting when people act, but we don't care to go about to know why they act the way they acted.
Did they refuse to respect?
No, because from what I read over time about these two
how
they
did they disrespect Obebolo's transition
you see what the chairman of the transition committee, the chairman of the committee presented?
APC committee.
Yes, you see what
Edo State Transition Committee.
Edo State Transition Committee as constituted by Monday Okpebolo. You see, because I read...
there are two transition committees. Edo State Transition Committee as constituted by Obaseki, the governor of Edo State, and the APC Transition Committee, whose chairman is Inebe.
It's Inebe's committee that I'm talking about.
APC Transition
Yes,
Committee.
because I still counted that it is Okpebolo's Transition Committee. Yeah, because Okpebolo and APC are the same. Okpebolo is of APC. Now, the man came up to issue out things that they received that they will probe. I was giving this, in fact, line by line to the incoming governor. Now, that shows that they didn't have agreement. But however it is, this will sound as a warning to anybody holding executive office, in fact, any position of trust in Nigeria. Even Okpebolo that is coming today, coming as a saint, should know that a day shall come that this kind of, he will meet this kind of bridge and he must cross it. But how he crosses it matters. Yesterday, Obaseki was being celebrated as the executive governor, and today somebody is saying that he is running. Even though he has come to counter that he is not running, he is in Lagos. And somehow, the same person who said he ran and he came to say I didn't run, has said that he left the country via bus. Maybe Molue or Danfo. I don't know the bus he used to cross the border. But the truth is this, please. This is Nigeria. Edo State is part and parcel of Nigeria. Obaseki has governed Edo State for 8 years and today has bowed out. Monday Okpebolo is coming to take up the mantle of leadership in this state. Let Edo people feel the positive impact of Okpebolo's government.
All right.
Because if he fails, what he's accusing this man today will come to him.
Let me make an impression.
Very, very quickly before I come to you, I want to correct one or two things that you said. First of all, let me correct that the chairman of the APC Transition Committee in Edo State is Kashim Afebwa. Now, you said that the APC Transition Committee, they were demanding documents to probe Obaseki. That wasn't what happened.
But you remember that's not what I said anyway.
You said that...
I said that the information they got from the Obaseki's Transition Committee, the information they got, they streamlined areas they will probe, which they presented to Okpebolo. That was what I said.
Hold on. They did not streamline areas they will probe. That's not true. Now, there were allegations and counter-allegations. First of all, the Edo State Transition Committee accused the APC Transition Committee of demanding for money before they would even convene for that transition, then for that sitting. Now, they also went ahead, the Edo State Transition Committee also went ahead to accuse the APC Transition Committee that they were playing the role of probe masters. They were asking too much questions, and they were trying to get information that they will not release to them. And they said that the information that they were asking is already on a tab in the governor's office. That the tab in the governor's office has a software that contains all that information, and that they were not going to release certain information to the APC Transition Committee. APC Transition Committee said that they were asking, first of all, that they gave them documents, like on the spot documents, and expected them to swallow everything hook, line, and sinker. And that some of these documents, they had asked that they give them these documents ahead of time so that they can go through it. Then when they convene, they can, ask questions and communicate based on what was given to them. That was not done. So they were replying, and they said they never asked for money from Edo State government to convene for that transition committee meeting, and they also faulted the documents given to them. They said those documents were not comprehensive enough, that they have demanded certain information from the government, from infrastructures to implementations and all of that. And they refuse to give them that. So when you say streamlining to probe, I don't know where that came from. But what has been what has been ongoing between these two transition committees is just what I have stated. And at some point, Afebwa APC-led transition committee said they were not going to continue with that. That is what actually happened. So now, Chizi, you wanted to say something before.
Now, I wanted to say something on transition. You see, we must blame the governor. The reason is simple. Transition is supposed to be initiated even by the governor.
But he initiated it.
He initiated, that's what I'm telling you. So what it means is this. There's a transition that comes from the candidate, which is the one to go and collect information and analyze the information. There's a transition committee that comes from you that will submit those information, and so they will analyze it. And you know these things are going to be signed and countersigned. And so you need to know one or two things. So the governor is supposed to be here, especially this week. Because the handover, today is just inauguration. The handover is not just today. Those things, in fact, he's supposed to be taking the governor-elect. You know, the governor-elect is supposed to be under his protection and accommodation. I mean, under the governor. Right now, learning the ropes, getting to know one or two things. We should be able to correct this. And then the man jab out, and you said he didn't jab out. They said it there. He told us that he's now in Lagos. It's Lagos, Edo State. As long as I'm concerned, he ran.
All right.